What's up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, you're most definitely welcome. If you're not new and you a day one, stay one. What's good, but what it do, you already know what it is. But if you're new, back to you. Before we go any further in this video, subscribe to my channel, like the video, hit the thumbs up button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on when I post, upload, or go live. Now, as you see in the title down below, girl, we are back to review another show, Real Housewives of Miami. This is season 7. I'm gonna lump episode 1 and episode 2 together. Both episodes 10 out of 10, no notes to give, like 10 out of 10, and I rarely ever say that. So I'm gonna give a quick recap of the first episode. So season 7 episode 1, all the girls is back. We got Lisa, Larsa, Gertie, Kiki, Marisol, Alexia, a new girl named Stephanie, Adriana, and the French lady who I can never seem to remember her name. I don't even know if I said it or not, but the French lady and the French lady's wife. So I just want to go ahead and say that in this season, Alexia is going through a divorce per se, but I literally just watched an E! News clip on YouTube. Alexia and Todd are back together. So the first episode, she going through the motions and Kiki Kaka. The second episode, she's going through the motion and Kiki Kaka. But yet you're still meeting up with this man, going out to dinner with this man when you said, so this is like season, episode 1, she's saying that Todd was greasing her up. Like, he was greasing her up, getting her ready for something that she didn't know was about to hit her. This man was day by day, little by little, moving stuff out of their house or their apartment, condo, wherever they was living in the sky, where she got the little upstairs, downstairs, parking garage in her house. So I took a note because I really needed to get this out. In 2022, they was married. The man, Todd, filed for divorce in 2024. It shows like all of the girls getting down, because I feel like they picked the cameras back up because they were not filming at this time. So they picked the cameras back up when they seen that man file for divorce. So you got Adriana, Kiki, and I believe Gertie maybe. Adriana's like, I was right. And this is something that I don't want to be right about. Girl, stop lying. You just said that you was right and you didn't have to say that. If you wasn't happy that you was right, you would never said that. On the screen, it says productions picked those cameras back up and headed to Miami. On April 5th, Todd told Alexia to pick, because they always going out on date nights, obviously. So this was nothing new for him to tell her to pick where you want to go for dinner tonight. So she was saying, and this is when she's like talking to Marisol. She's talking to Marisol and the French lady. Why can't I remember that French lady name? What is that lady name? It don't matter, but I'll post her name across the screen. When I'm editing this video, I'll post her picture here as well. I just don't remember the lady name. I don't know why I don't remember the lady name. She adopted them 2 kids. I don't know. But she said they had a great day. They had a great dinner, great conversation, great sex that night. And the next day, he was like pushing her to go somewhere. Like, she had somewhere to go, but he was trying to like hurry up and make her leave the house. Like, hurry up and go. Where you finna go? Didn't you say you had somewhere to go today? So why is you not gone? So she was like, okay, eventually left the house, and this is April 6th. She eventually left the house, and when she came back, all his stuff was gone. It's not funny, but I got a nervous laugh. So when she came back to the crib, all of his stuff was gone. He took the shampoos, the toothbrush, the bath towels, everything. His daughter's room was cleaned up and swept out, like everything. The moving company came and took all the things. My main thing is, she talking about something, and he did this like with Frankie there. Frankie is a grown man. Like, let's be for real. You acting like Frankie is 5 years old, 6 years old. You're acting like Frankie is Lisa's kid's age. Frankie is a grown man, Alexia. Please stop using him. Stop it. Just stop, because I'm not falling for it. I don't know who else will be, but I'm not falling for that. Oh, Frankie was there. He did it while Frankie was there. I can't believe him. Yeah, he could be a coward and all this other stuff, because why would you move out of the house pretty much in the middle of the night and not say nothing? Like, if you wanted to go, if you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Go ahead and free yourself. She said a month before, he got keys to his own apartment, and from then he was just piece by piece like little by little moving his stuff out of their apartment and into his own apartment. So that was pretty much the gist of the first episode. That was really what all I cared about, because like, dang, this lady is getting a divorce. This lady's getting a divorce, and she's like, I don't know what to do. Sign them papers, because if he don't want to be with you, who is you to force him? Like, if he don't want to be with you, why would you want to be with somebody that don't want to be with you? Like, that's one thing. So if you see me looking down, I am looking at my notes. I do take notes while I watch the episode. So let's go ahead and get into episode 2, Miami Walks Milan. So we got Adriana, Lisa, and Gertie. They meet for lunch, and as soon as they butts hit them chairs, Adriana is bringing up Alexia. She could not wait to bring up Alexia. Like, she is obsessed, just like Larsa is obsessed with Lisa. Like, Larsa loves to get into petty fights with people, and Adriana likes to bring up people dirty tea. Like, they're like, whatever they're going through, she gonna bring it up, whether it's bad, sad, happy, or indifferent. If it's happy, she probably not gonna talk about it, but if it's terrible news, Adriana's gonna bring it up. So aside from that, Lisa and Larsa's son Preston, they're both walking in a fashion show in Milan. So snaps and claps for that. Both of them are packing. Both of them are running late to their flight. Larsa is asking her son, like, they're running late, and she's like, do you have this? Do you have that? And she's just firing off these questions. And this is something that my mama used to do, and I like, girl, shh. You just asked me 57 questions and didn't even let me answer the first. Like, chill. This is pretty much what her son was on. Like, you asking me, do I got my passport? You asking me, do I got this? You telling me at the same time to hurry up because we finna be late and miss the flight. Pick a struggle. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to make sure I got my passport? Or do you want me to hurry up and pack my things and just hurry up and leave the house? And then when we get to the airport, realize I don't have my passport and we can't go nowhere anyway. They're headed out the door, getting in the car, and on their way to the airport, this is Larsa and her son Preston. Larsa's like, do you think we're gonna be on the same flight as Lisa? Because they're not talking right now from the last episode. Apparently, oh yeah, that's what I forgot to say. Apparently, and if you see a little yin yang over here, I got a pimple patch. Okay, just a pimple patch. Apparently, Lisa, so Larsa and Michael, is his name Michael? No, Marcus. Larsa and Marcus Jordan are no longer together. We done seen the headlines. The man was on the railroad tracks, coked that, allegedly. He was on the railroad tracks with a white woman, coked that, allegedly. So he on them drugs, honey. He is on them drugs, allegedly. So they're no longer together, and I think they had a bad breakup. It wasn't amicable. So she like, I don't want nobody talking to him. I don't want nobody hanging out with him. I don't want nobody following him, which y'all really shouldn't have been following him in the first place, because what you following the man for? What you following him for? But anyways, like on Instagram and stuff. Lisa and Jody went out to dinner. Marcus Jordan happened to be at the same place they were having dinner at. So on their way out, they saw him. And it's not like they just finna ignore him and walk by, because he was also sitting at a table full of Jody's friends or like work associates. So Jody stopped and said hey, made small talk. For whatever reason, Marcus Jordan wanted to take a picture with Jody. They took their little picture. Jody and Lisa got on. Larsa made it seem like this was done on purpose to like antagonize her in some way, and Lisa is just the worst friend of all time. Mind you, Lisa do be delusional. Lisa do be living in Lisa land. But I'ma say this is one time that I'm standing behind her. This is one time I'ma stick behind her. That lady is not trying to be friends with Marcus Jordan. If Jody is, that's on him. They already had a relationship, and they don't have to stop being acquaintances because y'all are not together. That don't got nothing to do with Jody. Jody don't know you. He don't know you from nowhere but Lisa. Like, that don't have nothing to do with him. So what are you mad at Lisa for? Because she's like, you need to make Jody stop hanging out with Marcus. Jody is a grown man. He gonna hang out with whoever he wanna hang out with. So somebody's dick you suck every night, you can't make him stop. You can't tell him what to do. No, girl, don't work like that. And I don't suck his dick every night. It's every other night. Now, back to episode 2. Larsa asks her son Preston while they're on the way to the airport, do you think we're gonna be on the same flight as Lisa? And her son, rightfully so, he said, I don't care. That's not anything that I'm worried about. This is a work trip and I only want to talk about work things. And that's not a work thing. He shut Larsa on up. And I ain't never seen her be shut up so fast. So Larsa was just like, okay, you're right. She gives him some dap and they head on to the airport. We go to the next scene. Alexia is at Pilates with the French lady. I do not know this lady name and I don't know why. She swallowed a fly. Perhaps she'll die. I don't know why I can't remember her name. So I'm gonna just call her the French lady for now. The French lady seems to have an issue with Gertie. And I feel like she's trying to conjure up an issue with Gertie because she adopted these 2 kids and she can't put these kids on camera. So she really don't have a storyline. So she's trying to have it out with Gertie. So we're gonna move around from that because I really don't think her and Gertie have a problem. She's making it a problem because Gertie don't got no problem with her. The only thing that she said last time was that she was trying to get everybody together on a Zoom. This was the first episode. So the French lady was trying to get everybody together on a Zoom. Gertie was early in the Zoom. She was waiting. The French lady admitted she was late. Gertie also had something else to do. She had another meeting to go to, so she couldn't stay on the call and wait. So she left, took her meeting, and tried to get back on the Zoom, but they didn't let her into the Zoom for whatever reason. So she texted the French lady and was like, hey, I was trying to get into the Zoom, but I couldn't get into the room. And she was like, so I was just trying to figure out what the news was. And the French lady was like, oh, well, pretty much you should have been in the room. You should have been in the Zoom. So since you wasn't in the Zoom or in the room, you can find out when the rest of social media find out. What she was telling them on the Zoom was that she adopted the kids. The adoption went through. But I don't understand why you just couldn't either A, let the lady in, or B, tell her in a text message, because she was reaching out to you saying, I was trying to get back in the Zoom. I had a meeting, but I did come back. What's the news? So Gertie sends her congratulations and she was like, that was the most Martina is her wife. So why can I remember Martina's name but not the French lady? That's a shame. So she's telling Martina, like, she gave me the driest, the most unheartfelt congratulations ever. She said congratulations nonetheless. So what is the issue here? They don't have beef for real. Miss French lady asked Alexia about the latest headlines, and Bravo shows the caption across the screen, and it said that the judge issued a warning to Todd, who is the guy that is filing for divorce from Alexia. He filed and he didn't do anything else with the filing. So the judge is like, move along with the filing or it's gonna get thrown out. So she asks Alexia what she wants to happen, and Alexia's like, I don't want to get a divorce. Girl, this man filed. He filed. And I don't care that he pussy popping on the fence. If you are filing for a divorce, you're playing games with me. So let's play. You might be playing Uno, but I'm finna play chess with your ass. Checkmate, I'm filing too. Sign these papers. You've been served. I feel like Alexia is saying she just don't want this divorce because she doesn't want to be embarrassed. I think that's all it comes down to. She's embarrassed and she just want to be with a man. Like, she just want to be with a man. That's all I'm getting from this. The ball, she's talking about the ball is in his court. No, the ball can be in your court. It's not just in his court. The ball can very much be in your court. So stop your crying. Get off these people's sidewalk in front of these people's Pilates place and go get you some ice cream and talk to your lawyer. We get back to Milan. Larsa and Lisa ended up being on the same flight. Larsa and Lisa ended up being in the same car going back to the hotel. So Larsa gets to the car first and she sees a sign that says Larsa Pippen and Lisa Hochstein, or whatever the lady name is. And she's like, we're in the same car? How can we be in the same car? So she asked the driver, she was like, is there really only one car for the both of us? Girl, it's 4 y'all. Y'all can fit in this Cadillac Escalade or whatever this car was. It was like a Mercedes-Benz, a van. So y'all can fit. I don't know who you think you are, but y'all can fit. She didn't want to be a Kardashian so bad. Because had that been Kim, they would have made something shake. But she was like, I don't even want to be sitting face, because the way the seats were, There's a front seat, like a driver's seat and a passenger seat, and the back row, they're facing together. So they will be like looking at each other on the whole ride back to the hotel. So she was like, her son immediately was like, I'm gonna just sit in the front because I don't have time for this. And I love that. He's not for the mess. Her son was like, I'm gonna sit in the front with the driver. I don't got time and I don't care. Heavy on I don't care and I don't have time. Lisa eventually gets to the car, her and Jody, and Larsa was not finna speak. She was pretending like she was doing something on her phone. So Lisa was like, oh, hey. And Larsa's like, hey. And she was like, I didn't know that we were gonna share a car. And Larsa was like, yeah, I didn't know either. Girl, my break is about to be up. I'm on my lunch. So I'm gonna finish this after work. Stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. So I believe I left off with Lisa, Larsa, what's that man? Jody and Preston. They're on their way to the hotel. Lisa's trying to make small talk with Larsa and Preston because Larsa is not gonna say nothing because apparently she's pissed with Lisa. So Lisa goes, so Preston, are you excited or are you nervous? He goes, like, a little bit of both. And she's like, is this your first time walking in a fashion show? And he said, yeah. She said, have you been practicing? He's like, yeah. And Larsa was like, I haven't seen you practicing. And Lisa says to Larsa, you're like a full-on stage mom now. And for some reason, I'll tell you what the reason is. Larsa takes offense to Lisa calling her a stage mom. Larsa is petty, like she is Petty LaBelle, and she was looking for a reason to bring Marcus Jordan back up and go back in on Lisa and Jody. So she picks that time. She goes, what you're saying really hurts me. I don't like that you're saying that I'm a stage mom. I'm also an entrepreneur. Girl, she didn't say that you ain't got going on in your life. She's talking about the now. Your son finna be walking on stage. You're his mom and you're gonna be in the crowd. You're stage mom. She is like, well, I didn't like the fact that you came to my boyfriend's party and was like totally down on him. And Jody was like, yeah, that's true. I mean, I didn't have anything to do with it. I greeted you. I was very nice to you when you came in. I hugged you. And Larsa just take off running with it, saying how, well, I don't understand why you guys don't understand that you don't need to be hanging out with Marcus. And Lisa's like, I'm not hanging out with Marcus. We saw him at a restaurant. We said what's up and we kept it moving. We not hanging out with that man. Jody chimes in and says, and you also called me cheap. And she was like, well, yeah, Marcus said that you're cheap. Now, let me say this. Marcus Jordan is a very rich bitch. So anybody under that probably is cheap to him. You can't afford what he can afford. So yeah, you might be cheap. He might have to comp some things. Like if you want to go to a certain place and my pocket ain't looking like your pockets, a la Michael Jordan's pockets, because I don't know what Marcus Jordan do. I don't know if he got a job or not, but I know who his daddy is. And I know his daddy got the money for the pussy. So if we're going to all these fab places on your dime, yeah, I'm not pulling out my card. Cause you got it. I know you got it. I'm not even finna fake like I'm finna pull that bit out. You got it. Especially if you invited me, and 9 times out of 10, I feel like Marcus is inviting Jody out. Jody just not taking it upon himself. Now, unless they doing a little crack on the side. Cause why he went in the room with that man talking about something, let's go get some AC. Is that awesome cocaine? Like, what is the code for? What is code for AC? Cause when that episode played, people were like, is Jody and his friend doing drugs in the room? I screenshotted this message because I'm always in the mix. So Jody said, and his underscore is his Instagram name is Miami_Jody. He said, sigh. I live in Miami and I'm a grown man. If I were doing that, who cares? That's a weird thing to say. That's weird. That's suspicious. It's probably a safe assumption for 50% of Miami. That's weird. That's suspicious. It just happens that I'm a fitness fanatic that barely even drinks. The reality is simpler. I don't like being on camera, but I'm dating a reality star. I love her, and that's my life. I find it awkward and weird, but I'm making the best of it. Most of my friends don't like to be on camera either, but they came to support me on my birthday, not to be on a TV show, and I love them for that. You will also notice that they are barely in the background after they enter. Most immediately go in with all our friends, Most immediately go in with all our friends, my other living room that's in my master suite, and stay there. That doesn't really make sense, but you know, proofread sometimes. It's not some little bathroom, it's a whole other birthday. Maybe he meant to say it's not some little bathroom, it's a whole other bedroom. And none of us want to hang around in the 95-degree living room with wide open doors when there's a whole other birthday in my master suite with working AC. Maybe he meant bedroom. In my master, there's a whole other bedroom in my master suite with working AC. Production already said the scene wasn't meant to imply that, and that it was added just to explain why I wasn't in the room during the argument. Spoiler, I'm barely ever in any group scenes because this isn't my thing. I'm there to support Lisa, not get pulled into chaos. I'm not a cast member and I have a daughter, so I think the drama should be centered around those that want to be there. Not like that. He didn't say that, but that's me saying, not like that. They pretty much get into an argument. Well, not a slick argument, and Larsa's like lighting the fire with the argument, and Lisa's turning around like, y'all, like, just cut it. Lisa's like, cut it, pointing at Preston, who's literally in the front seat. And in her confessional, she's like, I don't argue in front of my kids, so I don't understand how Larsa feels so, because she's used to it, how Larsa feels so comfortable to argue in front of her son while he's literally sitting in the front seat. So she's telling Jody, like, Lisa's telling Jody, babe, just chill. Don't worry about it. Larsa, like, just chill. We could talk about this another time. Lisa brings up her dad, and she's like, I am going through a lot right now, so this right here is nothing compared to what I got going on. My dad is in the ICU. He's been in the ICU for the past few weeks. And Jody goes, he may not even make it to the end of next week. And Larsa says, so why did you come then? Did you hear what they actually said? Like, did it go through your head and simmer down and like marinate, or did it just go one ear and out the other? Because at this point, you're listening to respond. You're not listening to understand. Because as soon as she said, my dad is in the ICU, he's been in the ICU for 3 weeks, he's not doing the best, and Jody said, yeah, they're saying that it's possible he may not make it into the end of next week. So if your dad is about to die this week, which is what Larsa said, you didn't obviously hear what Jody said, because he said the end of next week. And Larsa's like, so if your dad could die this week, why are you here? You shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be here then. She just kept repeating it. And Lisa cut it off. She was like, I don't know what you would say that for, but that's very rude, and we can stop talking now. They end that scene. We get back to Miami. Gertie is seeing her doctor. It's Gertie and her husband. Y'all, this confessional look that Gertie has going on with this bald, blonde buzz cut. She looks so freaking good. Like, this is one of her best confessional looks. Like, she looks so good. She has to get breast reconstruction, so she's seeing the surgeon again, and her right boob looks good, but her left boob is the one that's suffering. So they're saying that they will have to do another surgery, and her husband is like, I don't know about that. I don't want you to do another surgery. But breast reconstruction surgery usually takes at least 3 surgeries. Gertie's like, well, I want to get the surgery because she said her left titty doing a lean with it, rock with it, and this one on the side is perky and jiggling. She's telling her husband, like, don't you want me to like feel good? If I don't look good, I'm not gonna feel good. And he's like, yeah, but you be going through a lot, and I don't like to see you going through a lot. But at the same time, it's my body. If I don't look good, then I don't feel good. Don't you want your wife to feel good? See or no? Marisol, like, this is another scene from Miami. Gertie and her husband's scenes was kind of really short. So we go to Marisol. It's nighttime. She's having dinner with Boo Bear. I don't know this man's name, but it's her partner. They've gotten married a few times, or excuse me, they've had ceremonies a few times, like wedding ceremonies, but nobody officiated it. So they're actually about to get married legally in a week. So she's really excited about that. But she's saying how she don't want to like do too much and glow and throw it in Alexia's face because of what she's going through. But at the same time, she tells Boo Bear that she thinks Alexia and Todd are trying to work it out, and she's not in favor of that. And throughout this whole episode, at least 3 people, I know Marisol said it, Kiki said it, the gays said it, because they were at a dinner at the end of this episode with the gays, and they were all saying, like, who is this person? Like, we don't know this Alexia. You get up, stand up. You too weak in the knees for this nigga. So she's saying how when Alexia is with Todd, ever since she got with Todd, she's been angry, she's been defensive, and she's been really stressed. Like, this is the worst she's seen Alexia. And she's getting the brunt end of the stick because she's her best friend and she's with her all the time. So Alexia is taking out a lot of her stress and stuff on Marisol. Now that her and Todd are like separated at this point, she's getting to see the side of Alexia that she became friends with, and that's the side that she loves. Her fun, carefree side. Ha, you thought that was gonna be a spot, but it's a motorcycle right there. Got your ass. Back in Milan, Preston and Larsa arrive to their room. They sit down, they chill, and Larsa asked Preston, she was like, why are you sitting so far away from me? Because she's on one couch and he's on another couch. She's like, that's really how far you want to sit from me right now? And he was like, yeah. And she's like, what the heck? So she asked Preston, her son, what do you think about the conversation we were having in the car? I mean, I was just saying, if your dad could die, why are you here? Like, literally, why are you here? And again, her son told them, right, he literally said, that's those people's business, and if it ain't about me, let's kiki. Like, that don't have nothing to do with me. That's those people's business, and we shouldn't be talking about it. You should leave it alone and stay out of it. Like, why is your child telling you this? Why is your child smarter than you, Larsa? So we head back to Miami. Actually, they get ready for the fashion show. He's practicing. A guy comes over. I think like this is one of the assistants of Philip Klein, whoever the fashion designer is. One of his people comes over and helps him like with the fitting and helping him get ready and stuff like that. And Larsa keeps bringing up Lisa and saying how she hopes she falls, and oh, I didn't know Lisa was gonna be here. We had the same car coming over. Like, you really want somebody to talk about Lisa with, and nobody's giving you, like, nobody's paying you any mind. Marisol, Kiki, and Miss Frenchie, they all go to dinner because one of their friends, I don't remember his name, but one of their friends is in town from Madrid, and they just want to have a cute little dinner because he's only in town for a day. They get on the conversation of Alexia and Todd, and because pretty much he filed, they're trying to figure out what's going on, like what's the up-to-date tea. He filed 5 months ago. The courts picked up that he filed and that there's been no action with the case that he filed on, which is the divorce. So right now they forcing him to shit or get off the pot. Like, make a move or we're gonna throw the case out. Do you want to divorce this lady or not? Alexia is saying it feels like the ball is in his court and I don't know what to do. And Kiki's like, I don't know this Alexia. I know the strong-willed, strong-minded, like ready for anything Alexia. This weak Alexia, I don't know her. She's saying that Todd like is now saying that he don't like how he was viewed on the show and blase squaze. All of a sudden he don't like her friends that he hang out. All of a sudden he doesn't like the friends that she has or hangs out with, and her friends, like, even everybody at the table is saying like this man is trying to control you. Because Alexia's like, I even told him like I will quit the show, I will stop doing the show. Girl, the man is trying to control you. I don't understand what you don't like. You're dumb. That's what it comes down to. You're dumb. And it's okay to get off your knees sometime. You don't need this man that bad. You don't need him at all. But you definitely don't need him that bad. You were doing fine without him. She talking about I feel like he wants me to be the one to like officiate the divorce so he could be like, you see, she's the one that wanted divorce. She's the one that wanted the divorce. And if that's the case, so what? Like, really, so what? If that man don't want to be with you, divorce him. If he don't want you, then don't talk to him. Like, period, point blank. So she start boohoo crying and hollering and screaming at the table, talking about I'm so mad, I still love him and blah blah blah. I don't like how he's making me look. You care about appearances and you worried about the wrong thing. So back in Milan, this is the end of the episode. The fashion show was a success. Preston was, I think, second to walk out, so he technically opened the show. He did really good. And Jody was, the fashion designer assistant was sitting with them, and he was asking Jody, when does Lisa come out? And he was like, I don't know, I think she's like number 50 or something. Mind you, this is a big fashion show. I think she's number 50 or something. Larsa got a real kiki out of that. And as soon as Lisa came out, she pulls the guy, like the assistant, to the side and goes, let's take a selfie. And got these, all you see is this in the camera. Like, the lights were so bright. She got the front screen, the back screen, like all these lights on her, taking a selfie, trying to take away from Lisa's moment. And I just thought it was really lame. Like, it was really, really lame, because you could tell that Lisa is not paying you no mind, Jody's not paying you no mind, but you want them to so bad. So they end up going to an after party. Preston is working the floor, mixing and mingling like he should. Larsa look like she don't got nothing to do or nobody to talk to. So she makes her way over to Lisa and goes, I would really love to talk to you. We gotta talk. Girl, you all this talking you done did on camera, off camera, in confessionals. Now you want to talk about something? Oh, we need to talk? Okay. So Fabulous comes up to take a picture with them, and he's like, I just want to know what's going on with the Housewives. What's the Housewives tea? And Larsa goes, you're from New York, right? And you know this man is from New York. Everybody knows Fabulous is from New York, the rapper. He goes, yeah. She goes, so you know loyalty, right? So he looks at Lisa and he's like, are you not loyal? And Lisa's like, yes, I am loyal. Larsa lies and says she been hanging out with my ex-boyfriend. That's not the truth. So Lisa goes, I have not been hanging out with her ex-boyfriend. My boyfriend has been hanging out with her ex-boyfriend. And Fabulous goes, okay, well, that's different. That don't got nothing to do with her, and that don't got nothing to do with you. And Larsa didn't hear that. So he's like, she tries to like kick up mess and go back and forth, but Fabulous ain't with that. He cuts it short and goes, how about this? Y'all stop hanging out with her boyfriend, and she won't have to call you no bitch in your house. And that was pretty much the end of the episode. But apparently when the cameras went down, Larsa, Lisa, and Jody had got into it. So I can't wait for the next episode. Like I said, the Real Housewives of Miami, like, girl, 10s across the board, 10s across the board, 10s across the board. Y'all can scrap the Real Housewives of Atlanta and we could just watch the Real Housewives of Miami. Like, period. So sound off in the comments. Let me know what you thought about this video. What? This man been looking for the, I don't know who food he delivering, but it's gonna be cold by the time he get to it. Let me know what you thought about the video. Let me know what you thought about the episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.